stream again. Go ahead. See if I give a, you know what I mean? Because like some people don't mind if it gets shut down. Sometimes some people do. I do. As people go, when you shut something down, I'm just saying. Sometimes the computer just freezes, gives you that weird blue screen of death. It's a PC thing. I don't get it. Show me the blue screen again. Go ahead. Go ahead. Fucking listen. Fucking show me again. Are we gonna do this shit again too? We're gonna do this? We're gonna go through the whole process of. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to restart my camera again and do this whole friggin' properties and deactivate, activate thing to get the audio and video to sync up. Fine. How about that? How about now? How about that? How about now? There you go. Say I'm out of sync again. Say I'm out of sync again. Fuck. Tell you what. Kiss my ass. Back in this thing. Even start with me. And in the middle of having to deal with this dumb motherfucker. I don't mean her, I mean him. Look at this. Look at this. We already had Ben Shapiro on. Did somebody stretch this asshole out? And I mean that in all the ways you think I mean it. Fuck this. Some days I just get too mad. Hi everybody. If I may, welcome back. So, yeah, the computer just crashed. Just totally blue screen of death. And so that's fun. And anyways, well, back where we were. Let's just pick up where we left off. Screw it. Because I got other shit to talk about. I don't even know if I want to hear from fucking Chachi.
Policy isn't really...
Oh, hold on. This is muted. There you go.
Really Kamala's thing, but the party's rallied around her. Why?
Okay, really skip.
Tonight's three. So since Kamala loves a good chuckle, she probably enjoyed last night's 3-hour Zoom fundraiser in her honor. They call it Comics for Kamala. The event kicked off with the...
Ouch. Is this because you're the one that had to break it to Greg Gutfeld that he has not been, nor will he ever be invited to anything where funny is expected?
Their official rally cry, performed by Nick Offerman. Watch this.
I'm proud to be a Kamala man who has quit the GOP. 'Cause I just can't abide a man who's tried for 34 felonies. And it's time to stand up and face the fact that the men that I once cheered are a bunch of wingnut white nationalists. Or those guys are here.
Are you ready to donate or what?
By the way, the Nick Offerman one, like I never fucked a porn star because I don't think I'd have the guts. But if you're going to vote for Donald Trump, you must be fucking nuts or something like that. It was good. Yeah.
Ben Stiller chipped in $150,000 because white guilt isn't cheap.
Wouldn't this be Jewish guilt or something? Wait a minute. Why would he chip in to someone who hates Jews? Maybe he says it.
She's also a historic candidate. You know, it's going to be the first woman president. And that's incredibly exciting. And, you know, she's Indian, she's black, she's everything. You can be more than one thing. It's incredible. You know, I'm Jewish and Irish. I wish I was black. Every white Jewish guy wishes he was black.
Rosie O'Donnell took the mic.
No, not all of them. I'm sure a bunch of them do. Not all of them. Definitely the Beastie Boys, though. And can I just say, I was listening to Intergalactic Planet Jeffrey the other day. How much fun is that fucking song? I'm just saying. I'm just going to throw that out there. I, as someone who am not a rap fan across the board, although I do like my occasional, what I would call novelty rap, the occasional Eminem song that's really sounds more like the guy who did the Micro Machines ads in the 80s, doing a, you know, that kind of, doing a rap. And then, of course, the joyous silliness of the Beastie Boys.
Vowing to wear the same shirt until November.
The day that President Biden stepped down, the most glorious act of generosity and patriotism, I went out and bought 100 Kamala T-shirts, and I will not take them off until she's in that White House.
But it wasn't all comedians.
Okay, you'll notice the setup. I don't know if he didn't watch the clip or he's just a fucking asshole. Both are probably true at the same time. There's no cross the streams problem with this, for the record. You'll notice that he made it seem as though she has one of those shirts and she's going to wear a stanky shirt till she gets in office. So she's going to wear one shirt for 6 months as if she can't do laundry every day or something. I don't know what the fuck. But also, she bought 100 of them so she can wear them on rotation. That's a lot. Honestly, God, I have show shirts that I wear when I'm doing stand-up, and I wear the same show shirt on the weekend 3 times or something like that. So I have 3 of them. I have a 4th just in case. Something spills or you get extra stank on you. It happens. And so you have an extra one. But to have 100 of them, fuck, that's 100 weeks of shirts, even at my stanky best.
On the Zoom, New York Attorney General Letitia James was invited, but just like Trump in court, she was gagged.
Up next, Attorney General Letitia James. Welcome, Attorney General. I'm going to have you unmute for us. Just unmute. I think you're muted. Here we go. Try it again. Oh, try it again.
Bottom left on the screen.
Yeah, this is what live streams like this are like. And I gotta say,
so why don't we jump? If Jason's available, we'll get. Hang on, Attorney General. We'll get your tech figured out, and while we're doing that, we'll bring in Jason Bateman.
What a travesty! I don't even know how they kept going after that. I mean, I would shut it down personally. I did. A lot of I did. My computer didn't actually crash. I just didn't feel good enough about how the stream was going, and since it's the greatest stream that's ever happened, I felt like it needed to jumpstart it. So I just shut it down, started from scratch. That's how I do. By the way, you'll have to hit the like again because it's a brand new stream.
The woman who tried to put Trump in prison.
Oh no. She's not trying to put Trump in prison. She's going to put Trump in prison.
Can't unmute herself. And if that didn't convince you, Comics for Kamala saved the best punchline for last. Showbiz gulags.
If Donald Trump wins, the country's over. He will put us all in some kind of showbiz gulag where Scott Baio will be our overlord, and we cannot let that happen.
Gulag overlord and actor Scott Baio is here. What kind of punishments will you be administering to these Hollywood Kamala lovers?
So that's why they called him. That's what triggered it. By the way, Scott Baio, I want to congratulate you on being ironically name dropped as part of a punchline in a Democrat Zoom call for the nominee of the Democratic Party, because that's all it took for Jesse Waters to go, somebody at Fox has his number, right? He can fill a segment. We'll see.
Lovers as the overlord of the gulag.
First of all, excuse the beard and getting ready to start a film. It's good to see you. I have a film coming out September 12th. God's Not Dead, In God We Trust, September 12th. Okay. If I was the overlord of these people, I would sit them all down.
And I would say, I'm your overlord. You guys got to get together and figure out a way to make my balls drop. After all these years, I shouldn't have the same voice that I had in 1977. It's just fucking wrong. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. It's very strange. And also a little bit weird. Maybe it's too much helium or not enough. I haven't quite figured out what the recipe is. I don't know. But it's not a half bad Scott Baio impersonation. Too bad it's completely worthless.
And teach them.
Hal, you could do a Baio right, said no one ever.
That America is a representative republic. That this country, from its inception.
Okay, asshole. This is going to be, we're not a democracy. Really? This is the one you're going to pull out? This is what you're going to do? These two dickheads, while there's a black woman on screen, are going to talk about how we're not a democracy. We're a representative republic. Yeah. How do we choose our representation, you fuckhead? I'll wait. How the fuck do we pick? Yes, we have a representative republic. That's the structural aspect of it. How do we pick those people? We vote on them, you asshole. How do we vote? One person, one vote. That's democracy, you dipshit. God damn, I hate this argument. Fucking Glenn Beck nonsense.
Was a MAGA country and has been that way for 200 plus years. And what MAGA means to me.
Well, I mean, arguably, if it started out as a MAGA country and by meaning that women can't vote and we have slavery, I don't know if that's as much of a flex as you think it might be, dude. Honestly, if we started as a MAGA country, oh, you mean we should have stayed at 13 colonies? Then we fucked up and had to be the United States. I don't know what's going on.
Me, Jesse, is God-fearing, powerful, prosperous, and safe. And we are none of those things right now. And I watch.
Well, I disagree. We're the strongest economy on the fucking planet. We are coming to the aid of Ukraine and Israel because we got army to spare. We have missiles to spare. We have ammo to spare because of our powerful. And as far as, and the God-fearing part, hold on. The God-fearing element should at least come in. I don't want to act in such a way where I am overtly sinful for fear that God will get tired of putting up with my shit and finally put me in the hole I belong in. That's what God-fearing means, right? That it doesn't mean overcome with the awesomeness of God. It doesn't mean like just simply being penitent to it. It means a distinct awareness that, you know, the sinner's in the hand of angry God. God is dangling you over the fires of hell by a spider web, and all he has to do is fucking let go, and you're done. So act like it. That's what fear to, to call upon yourself God's wrath. That's what God-fearing means. These motherfuckers can't stop being assholes. They can't stop shitting on women and gays and the least of us and blaming the poor for their station in life and when they're an addict, it's but it's time for AA. But if anybody else is an addict, it's a sign that they were raised poorly by their Democrat parents. Shit, like, fuck off. And then he's on here with that other asshole backing a pussy grabbing, thrice married adulterer.
Watched some of that thing last night. And I got to tell you, man, it was just weird, disjointed, awkward, dumb, not funny, and the whole thing.
Sometimes when you try to log in to these things, Scott, oftentimes you'll just see your camera and it says click. There's a button that says if you click it, you'll enter the room. But if you don't click it, you'll just see yourself. And I think that maybe what was maybe that's what happened. I think you were just kind of, just judging from what I'm seeing here. I mean, that's Occam's razor being what it is. There's no way he doesn't sit in a Zoom room by himself going, this is awkward, this is weird, and not funny.
Is fake excitement, in my opinion. The whole thing is fake.
None of these people were going to do these Zooms for Biden. They were going to sit it out. So Kamala comes along, and now they're all fighting each other to get on Zooms and play guitar and sing. And
Jesse,
what's that about?
Jesse, these people.
These people are pretending to like a black woman. That's what they're doing.
2 minutes ago, wanted her kicked off the ticket.
Yeah.
They didn't want her to run with Biden. But she was the insurance policy to keep Biden running for president. And
what? No. Some people think of her as the insurance policy to keep you guys from shooting him because it would make a black woman president, which is your fucking nightmare.
Now all of a sudden, she is the all-knowing, all-wonderful Kamala Harris. I'm telling you, this is you.
This is what happens when you have people that don't know the difference between support and worship, because they can only think in terms of worship. Because this asshole thinks we live in a federalist society utopia where the electoral college actually picks who our leaders are, not the voters themselves, and that's how it should be. So the landowners should decide who is most worthy of the king. So it's somewhere between a monarch and a papacy, right? That's their preferred system of government. And so they can't see when people are excited about someone else in any other context than that is worship. They really can't.
I think you said it on your show.
He probably has.
It's on the news is excited about it. I don't think people are excited about her.
Really? Have you seen the crowds?
There's nothing. She might be a nice lady. There's nothing to her. There's nothing, and I find it kind of sad that these people completely just usurped Biden and shoved her in there. It's insulting.
Yeah, I know you. I can feel. I'm overwhelmed with your sympathy for Joe Biden, and Jesse's right there with you. Right there with you.
Trump's going to have to debate Kamala Harris. There might debate on Fox, Scott. That might be moderated. Right. Brett Baer, Martha McCallum. If she shows up, she might not want to debate on Fox. She's a little scared.
I thought he meant Martha McCallum.
But if they do debate, how do you think Trump should handle her?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, finally we're getting to his sweet spot. Why do you bring Scott Baio on? Why? Because the below the line 7th star of God's Not Dead 7, seriously, he's just sick. It's the sniffles, I swear. Part duh is right there with you, and he of all people knows how to. If anybody knows how to debate a woman of color about policy.
Okay, I love Trump. I hope he wins.
Translation: I'm a moron. I really don't think past the end of my nose. And a lot of this is macho bullshit.
Because I believe in the simple things in our country.
Yes, and I want a simpleton to run it.
Trump and I'm gonna parrot you, Jesse.
Really, what are you gonna do? Grab a mic and go down to Chinatown and make racist jokes to Chinese people? Oh, you mean current Jesse, not Jesse how he started out. I got
policy, policy, policy.
Yeah. Politics, 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 politics. The Senate, the Roman Senate, is the greatest political body that money can buy. It starts at the street. All right. So policy, yeah, that's what's really concerning to Jesse. Policy, policy, policy. Like, I have a policy to shit talk women every chance I get. That's a policy. I have a policy to anytime somebody has an accent, to mock it incessantly just for being an accent in the first place. It's gross. Unless it's German, in which case, kind of like it. And then I have a policy to not talk to my mom before the show because it bums me out.
That's it. There's no name calling. There's no making fun of anything.
So you don't want Trump to run, is what you're saying. You want someone else besides Trump. You don't want Trump to be Trump. Okay, fine.
When he gives his speeches at these rallies, policy.
Yeah, real quick. You have to have one, and B, you kind of have to memorize the points of it and be able to articulate said policy. You know what? Fuck me. Who am I even to judge? You're right, Scott. 2 weeks from now, you got it, baby. 2 weeks from now, Trump is all fucking policy. Yeah? Yeah, how about that? 2 weeks, right, yeah. Starting, not now, now, right? Start 2 weeks from now, he's going to have a policy paper that's going to knock your fucking block off, baby. That's right, it's going to be policy. Until then, racism, sexism, shit-talking, nonsense, a lot of blather and mispronounced words. But in 2 weeks, baby, count on it. And then we're in the home stretch. from 2 weeks on, he's gonna whip out his policy about the first one, and then the other policy where he has a policy to whatever Sarah Palin said, which isn't really a policy, but it's basically anyway. Anyways, don't worry about it. In 2 weeks, it's going to be bigger and beautiful, like nothing you've ever seen before.
Period. Once he goes off the rails.
Excuse me? How dare you? How fucking dare you? Trump does not go off the rails. He's off-roading, baby. He's ATV. He's an all-Trump vehicle, okay? He's like a James Bond car that turns into a boat and a fucking airplane. Rails, that's for people who start in one place with an intention of getting to the other place and want to go there in the most efficient way possible in relative comfort. That's not what Trump is. Trump is riding a monster truck through the little lane that you pick your kid up in at preschool over the other cars. Because, hey, you can't argue with success.
It becomes confusing, and
To who? How the fuck? Wait a minute. How in the world is this confusing?
Heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your.
I mean, did you lose your MAGA decoder ring, dum-dum? I mean, the policy is all there. How about a history lesson?
Our army manned the airports. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do.
You know, he's got foreign policy.
Purge the anti-Semitism and pro-terrorism. What you're doing?
Fuck, he's even got off-planet policies.
Peace through strength on the earth beyond.
You know, so
I wish I could talk to him and say, just stick to policy, because you own every policy that's out there. You own every issue. And
Oh, I see. I see. That was my bad. I thought you were just mistaken. I just realized you're stupid.
And
okay.
he knows that, but he's got...
No, he doesn't. You know what he knows? He knows he has no fucking idea what he's talking about. But he also has such contempt for maggots that he will just blather in a way that sounds good to them as long as they keep buying his bullshit.
Got to just stick to that.
All right, so he should...
Yeah, he's...
just ask Kamala about inflation and just let her explain it, and then ask why her VP wanted to have a ladder for the wall that he built. That's just stay on policy.
Yes.
You think he can do it?
Exactly.
No.
He did it with Biden and knocked him out.
No, he didn't. Biden knocked himself out. Trump just lied his ass off. If that was true, if he was even capable of doing that, he'd have done it in 2020 when he was fucking president and he had policies, and Biden hadn't had any yet.
If he does it, she's easier.
Is she though?
Because he knew a couple of things, and again, I don't want to be insulting. I just don't. But she does.
But I like be a little bit of Trump there. I don't want to be insulting, but she is a woman, which no offense, but she is female, no offense. And she is of color, no offense. But, I don't want to stop over a line, but she's a woman. How much could she possibly know about any of, you know what I mean? I don't know what she knows and what she doesn't know. I watch your show. I go on Twitter. I've seen 9 clips of her laughing and 2 verbal flubs that she's made over and over and over and over and over again. I know she was an attorney general, but I can't process what that job is. So, she's a woman, no offense.
When she answers that question about what are you going to do about inflation, she's telling people, well, the price of eggs and toilet paper are high. Well, Yeah, what are you going to do to fix it? And there's no answer.
They are doing it. There's only a limited number of things they can do because it has nothing to do with monetary policy. It has everything to do with supply shock. We came out of a fucking pandemic, dum-dum. Getting the country back in order is how you fix it. That's the only solution long term.
So
Listen,
once he hits it with that, once he hits it with the border, it's...
Yeah, that's it. He's going to hit her with the border, and she's going to go, he's going to go, we got 17, 25, 30 million people in here. And she'll go, you just quit pulling a number out of your butt. The number isn't anywhere close to that. And a lot of the numbers exaggerated by recidivism, and we're doing a lot more. We would have done a lot more, but you called all your friends and told them to vote against the border bill because it didn't do enough. If it's an emergency, you do everything you can. And if you can do more later, then you do it. So we put forward the most conservative bill possible that we could get passed with enough votes on both sides, and you told them to shut it down. That's how. You don't own the fucking border. He threw it out the fucking window. He said, blame me for the border. Okay, I blame you for the border because we had a bill and you told your folks in the House and in the Senate to vote against it. Good night. You know what? Who the fuck am I? I'm just a dude with a political talk radio show for 15 years and who's been doing a live stream on politics for 3.5 years and change straight. But I read the ACA all the way through because everybody said nobody'd read it. So I was like, okay, I will. Fuck you. But I know I'm not Chachi. What are you going to do? By the way, hi, chat room. Hit that like, by the way. Give a thumbs up and support the show. When we pop back in, it kind of resets everything. So you got to... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, where do we even start? Okay, we got...
Joining me now, the man who will face off...
Okay, hold on.
My friends.
Okay, hold on. This is shorter, so I just want to jump into this. John... Hold on. I think I might even have this is a short version of it. I bet you on his channel there's a full version. Hold on one second. So John Voight is I don't know if you're familiar, is a what's the word? Fucking lunatic. Yeah. And yeah, let's see if he posted this here. I think this. Hold on.
This is the war of...
Okay, I think this is the... Yeah, here it is. This is from John Voight's channel. Fuck me. This is him, if I may. This is a video he posted entitled Civil War.
My friends.
Okay, so this wasn't for me. I'm sorry.
This is the war of our lifetime now. We the people are in trouble if this nation picks Kamala Harris.
Hold on. Sorry, I pushed the play button on the other thing. There we go. This is the war of our lifetime. Relax, fucko. It's an election.
I'm now. We the people are in trouble if this nation picks Kamala Harris.
Oh dear. We the people.
We must stop this crime that is happening.
We must stop this crime that is happening, where a majority of voters might choose this person over Donald Trump, which is a crime.
It's a war crime.
Jesus Christ. Sorry. So you want Harris voters in a gulag, I guess? You want them tried by the IGC?
That Obama's directing...
ICG, rather?
Kamala Harris will be the cackling hyena that just listens and repeats.
The cackling hyena that just listens and repeats. Yeah, those are two different things. Those are two separate. Yeah. I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of hyenas in my life. One thing they don't do is listen.
If we do not stop this horror.
The horror.
You, my friends, will have the biggest horror that you will not know how to end. We must all see this truth. become one with this understanding that God
Become one with this understanding. I gotta say, I love the way he talks like normal people, so he connects. You know what I mean?
will guide us with words of wisdom that we
What if those words of wisdom guide us to vote for Kamala Harris instead of a 34 times 34 felony count criminal who cheated on all of his wives multiple times and hung out with Jeffrey Epstein? He was Jeffrey Epstein's fucking wingman. He wished the woman who used to procure teenagers for Jeffrey Epstein, he wished her well because of what had happened to her boyfriend, which I don't know if you followed it. He hung himself in jail rather than, I guess, give up what he had on to the people who might want him to hang in jail.
may understand that Donald Trump will make any sacrifice to save America.
So he's quitting.
We the people are in danger, and we must vote for President Trump because he will save this nation. And the
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm trying to break down what you're saying and process it in a way that I think I can convey to my audience. The only thing I'm getting is cuckoo, cuckoo.
left are all afraid of his strength.
No, it's the smell. I mean, more than anything else. And I think his nunt, that's very disturbing. I mean, there's obviously...
Here I am like an idiot.
It's an ongoing problem. But it's not his strength, I gotta say.
Because he is only for the people. He's not
Only for the people. Oh, his people, yeah.
not for the power, for the greed, the lies.
He's literally for the power and the greed and the lies. I mean, have you watched any of his work over the years? Have you read his books? I have. I read Art of the Deal like when I was in fucking high school. It was a joke, but I read it. Of course he's for the power and the money and the greed, you numbnuts.
Or wanting to destroy one's hard-earned earnings. We must
Oh, you mean by not paying your fair share of taxes so that other people pick up the tab? Uh-huh.
stop this madness now. Our children are in danger. The left is trying to take away your children and turn them into non-binaries.
Okay. I'm sorry, John. Real quick, I'll talk to them. Hey, the left, could you stop trying to take away people's children and turn them into non-binaries? Good? Yeah, okay, they agreed. They're not going to try and take away people's children and turn them into non-binaries. They promise. I'm sorry. You're right. I'll take it seriously. Seriously. Get serious about having fun, people. No, okay. So I'll put that on the list. But no abducting children and turning them. Do we use Jewish space laser? That's how we do it. No using the Jewish space lasers to turn children into, quote, non-binaries.
You all on the left, the ones who are my peers that preach, you all know who you are.
You have preachers on the left.
What have you all learned in this life? Have you learned?
Well, I can't go over all of it. I mean, I really, most of the things I learned in life, I learned from I think like 4 different movies. Yeah. I learned how to do a whistle lisp, imitating Dabney Coleman in Dragnet, saying, "Reverend, you got balls as big as church bells." And I learned if you're going to take the snowcat up the mountain to save the lady and her son, walk in the middle of the hallway, not right up against the wall, because it gives just, if somebody did have an axe, they'd have the jump on you. But if they had to cross the hallway to do it, they might not, And then always keep track of your shots. Did I fire 6 shots or only 5? It's important. And police your own brass. What else? Yeah, I'll think of something.
Learn the lessons that will bring you to the higher place of eternity?
Well, I feel like I'm there now. I feel like this is already it's only a minute and a half, and it feels like fucking forever.
This is now all your lessons. For each one who votes against Trump, this will be among the worst crimes that you will see in your lives.
I don't think you're really... honestly, I think you're selling us all very short.
And you know why?
Because God has a really wicked sense of humor, and all the 10 Commandments were ironic. Oh, you got me. After all this time, here I thought the Bible was like, I didn't realize that it was winking at me on the cover. Okay.
This nation has criminals killing your child.
Well, not right now.
Father, brother, friend, you.
They're killing. Wait a minute. They're killing my friend and me?
Because of the left mentality allowing this border to be open.
Oh, I see. Because the open border, everybody's being killed because... So basically, if you see somebody running towards you buck naked with an erection and a butcher knife, and they go, "Are you an American?" and they say, "Yes," you should just stand there and not run, because you're like, it's fine. They're from here. Jesus Christ.
The ones who are on the left who fight against Trump will pay a price for the injustice of lies that are Kamala Harris and Obama.
Okay, first of all, it's Kamala. And secondly, the injustice of lies. Wait.
Justice of lies.
Hold on.
Will pay a price for the injustice of lies that are Kamala Harris and Obama.
Okay, I think you're trying to talk in like preacher talk, or like biblical language, but you're doing it in kind of like a scrambled refrigerator poetry kind of way. I'm just saying the word order does matter. Not just, it's not all in the delivery. So I don't know what, this might be an Ibsen monologue, as far as I know.
And all of you who think this is the greatest economy, you will find that your life will sink into a hole of darkness.
Well, sounds like a party. Well, wouldn't it already, shouldn't it? Okay. A hole of darkness.
And the